What it do? Let's talk about some things. Let's get on in here. On your way in, make sure that you like the stream. Jump in this comment section. I need to hear from you. We got a couple things, man, that we want to discuss. And Smith, I see you. New York Giants, salute to you. It says John Harbaugh is building a monster. Yes, sir. Kenneth Perkins, I see you. What up? What it do? Coach Ed, New York Giants, salute to Coach Ed. I see you. Jamal in the building. What up? Says sack party. It's a party. Hey. Shout out to Keith. One word, dope. Get used to that word, because there's going to be a lot of that this year. Let's go. Make sure you like this stream on your way in. Let's talk about it. Yeah. It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and rocking with me. Oh, man, I got the music going again. Look. I got some things, man, that I want to go ahead and talk about. Some things I want to get off my chest. Look, y'all people could say what they want. I know there's going to be a lot of fans, a lot of haters that's going to say, "Hey, it was versus the Dolphins." Well, we're going to talk about that. So let's let the intro play, and then we're going to get into what we need to get into. Let's go.
I felt there was no better athlete on that field than me. I was the best athlete on the field. And in order to win, you have to beat me. If you can't beat me, then you can't win.
I tell you right now, you know everybody gonna watch this ass whoop my put on you, right?
It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. It's a TP Way the Giant.
Both feet down on the ground, and then it came out of the pile. This ball's thrown, and Tyree, that may be the greatest catch I've ever seen. And it lobs it, Burris alone, touchdown New York.
All right, man. So here we have it. Our beloved New York Football Giants get a preseason win here, 26 to the Dolphins 3. I don't know how many different ways we could say ass whooping, but that's just what we saw today. More importantly, we're gonna get into the things that happened, that took place. But the one thing that stuck out for me was the fact that this team played with a level of intensity that we haven't seen in quite some time. These guys are bought in. I don't give a damn who it is against. That type of tenacity, that we've seen out there today is why I feel the way I feel going into the season. Is why my confidence level is higher than some. And I want to talk about some things. I see Big Blue Reborn in the building, man. New York Giants salute to Big Blue Reborn. We did our pregame live stream yesterday, and we talked about translated into what we seen today. I'm going to extend the invite because, fellas, y'all started with me yesterday. So I don't know what your plans are right now. I don't know if you're occupied. I don't know if you are doing something right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link for you to join this stream if you have some time. If you want to go ahead and do this recap with me, I'm putting the link in the stream so you can join me. But yes, Coach Ed said it best. He says that was a Tyson hook to the body with the uppercut finish. Yes, that's one way. That's one way to put it. That is a fact. New York Giants salute the twist. I see you. Shout out to Ace Code in the building, man. New York Giants salute to you. Belt to ass. Black John, you never lied. You never lied. That was definitely belt. KP says no preseason is even playing field, just the start of the season. We have Jamal Jones here who says, I'm impressed with the physical approach to the game. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to my man Prime is on the building too, man. New York Giants salute. I see you. Ra is also in the building. Yes, sir. New York Giants salute. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's get this rundown started, man. We have Jameis Winston, who went 15 for 21, 150 yards. Brandon Allen, he had 13 out of 18, went 101 yards. Devin Singletary, man, y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say what y'all want. But I told y'all there is more than what meets the eye to Devin Singletary. He's just one of those guys, man. He is one of those guys. Devin Singletary, 8 carries, 40 yards. We have Eric Gray, 10 carries, 33 yards. He didn't look bad himself. Calvin Austin had one big rush there with 21-yard gain. And Darius Slayton was the leading receiver with 4 receptions and 58 yards. And on that note, I couldn't cue this any better. I'm going to add to the stream, man. We have Milton from Big Blue Reborn. Yo. Hey, listen. First, let me start off by just saying humbly. When you right, you right. and sometimes you just gotta give the person their just due and just say, hey, you were right. Let's actually kick it off. I'm gonna let you get the first words. Let's talk about this receiving game here. I mean, what you got? What you got? I'm gonna let you kick it off.
First things first.
Yes.
Mr. Darius Slayton.
Yo, as soon as he had the first catch, I said, we got to exchange numbers too, because I was like, I wonder what they saying. As soon as he had the first grab, I said, I wonder what they saying.
So, look, I had a feeling he was going to get featured today because we kind of spoke it into existence. We spoke it into existence. We knew like he wasn't really getting the burn that we thought he was going to get. His name wasn't getting called. He was getting busy today. He was snatching some stuff, and he looked good. I'm excited about it. One thing, I'm gonna quickly pivot because look, I already know. Look, Darius Slayton, I think he's queued for a good season. They're gonna feature him. I was shocked that they didn't have Dart play any drives.
Okay, let's actually start there, and then we'll finish that.
That's kind of weird. Because you said yesterday you were like, that basically sets the standard. If Dart's on the field, we gotta have a lot more people on the field. And when I saw Jameis come out, I was like, oh snap.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Harbaugh kind of had the same mindset I said yesterday. When I was like,
Yeah.
sit them all, keep them fresh. So I'm not upset about it.
I actually, when I first seen him take the field, my initial thought was, damn, man, like we not gonna get a drive. Not maybe 2 drives, but at least we not gonna get a drive.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking to myself, and I know, and y'all probably called it, the Dolphins, as far as competition level is concerned, I mean, they're just not, they're not a better team than us, point blank, period. But I still look at them as an NFL team, 1 and 2. Just the fact that you have different bodies out there, different reactions, different coaching. I thought that was still an opportunity for us to get a look. Whether, we could grade the look however we want. Of course, we don't think the Dolphins are up to us just yet. But I still felt like that was an opportunity to get some reps in. So when I seen, the second string get in the game, at first I was just like, damn.
But you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like, look at where Harbaugh. This is where Harbaugh's mental is. I'm gonna tell you exactly what he thought. The practice was enough. He saw what they did at practice, and he didn't need to see anything else. At this point, now he's on the mindset of the 53 cut down.
Right.
We got to give these people some burn. And that's going to bring me to this.
Okay.
I think Tracy is over here working himself out of a position, my man. Look, I don't want to over exaggerate. I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but look, Scatterboo and Najee not dressed. Najee should have been dressed.
I was curious about that as well.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that he had Tracy and Singletary play this whole game, that was wild to me. So I was sitting there thinking, like, damn, he's got Tracy on the fence, and then he fumbles.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
oh my
you
God.
Trying to make a case, you trying to keep yourself in this jump, trying to keep yourself in the race, and now, come on, man. So
look, when that happened, I'm watching the game with my son, my 8-year-old, and we moving the ball up the field. Tracy fumbles, and my son is like, "Dad, we gotta get Tracy out the game." My 8-year-old saying, "My 8-year-old is saying this." So at this point, look, he said it, and usually I like to just explain things to him and tell him why and things. But when he said it, I didn't have nothing to combat that with. I just looked at him. I was like, shit, maybe. Like, it's to the point now where it's like, when you are competing for a position in a role, you can't afford to take the decline that you're taking. Now, granted, when I seen Tracy run the ball, he looked good. There were a time, like there was a screen pass when I felt like he could have made a dude miss, or he could have just, maybe it was the rain, so I'm not going to be too picky here, but for the most part, I thought he looked good when the ball was in his hands. Mm-hmm. But we've had this issue with Tyrone Tracy Jr. his rookie year, and it kind of slowed down his sophomore year. But then you see this game, he fumbles the ball. Now you can't ignore the fact that you had that missing block where it's not, and people need to understand the football aspect of it. The guy went untouched. I could understand if you got blown up, like that's one thing. But he went untouched. So in football world, that is like absolute no-no, right? But boom, we said that was one play. It happens. Let's get over it. The very next game, your number is called. And you're leading the charge pretty much in the rushing game. It's just you and Singletary.
You got the
Then you
workload.
fumble the ball when we're about to get some points on the board.
Come on, man. You're not
Who
making.
can defend that?
I can't. That's what I
You know what I
literally
mean?
was saying. I can't even fight for you at that point. Like you putting yourself in this position now. What am I supposed
And we
to say?
just said that when in the pregame we were talking about the fact that like work over names. Forget what you have done for us, whatever time past. Like this is the start of the new. So
Done for me lately.
whoever is doing the work is going to get the notoriety. So, I mean, hey,
Look, Singletary
it's
looked
unfortunate. Singletary looked good, man. Singletary looked and I've been Singletary is my running back version of Darius Slayton because a lot of people they say that Singletary, he's too small, he suck, and all this other stuff. And I've been saying, listen, man, y'all are missing what Devin Singletary adds to this team.
I love how much people sleep on him because
come on, man,
he's like a silent assassin. Like you don't expect much, but he's going to give you those few big plays that'll flip the field, and he's going to be consistent in between the line.
Yeah,
you gotta have a back that can break outside and can run in between. If you can't do both, it kind of puts you at it's kind of like handicaps you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
The fact that he can do everything, you could put him in the backfield. He can block, he can catch, he can run up the middle, and he can run outside. You don't know where he's going. That's why I like the tangent between him and Scat. Tracy more so outside finesse.
Yeah.
You don't really have the inside. So all of those flaws are starting to blare right now.
Hey,
and he's
listen,
not making a great case for himself, bro.
Listen, right now, if I can overreact, and I know this is gonna sound like wild from just last night to now, but if I can overreact right now, to me it is looking like Singletary and Najee are more in competition for that RB2 than it is Tracy and Harris. I mean, that's just what it's like. Because Singletary has just done too much to ignore.
I'm going to tell you right now, I said that same thing when I saw Najee wasn't dressed.
Yeah.
The fact that he wasn't dressed this soon, because he was in practice the other day. Not that he was doing too many team drills, but he was in 11 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
So if Harbaugh saw enough in the practice in 11 and 11 that he didn't put him in the preseason game. Yeah, my man is on. He's walking on thin ice.
I also kind of have this thought too that we got to see Harris. I mean, I think we're gonna see him in his last one because he's kind of said this about Neighbors. You want to see him, take a little contact. You want him to get that physicality part just back. You running is one thing, but you just want him to get in that. Yeah. So I'm thinking, we may see him next go, and maybe that will kind of put things in a perspective there. But I was very impressed by Devin Singletary. I also was impressed and by Eric Gray. I gotta keep it honest, man. I don't see Eric Gray making this team, but for himself, I think he's made a case.
He'll definitely be on the practice squad if nobody picks him up. If nobody sees any kind of potential in him, he'll definitely be on the practice squad, I believe. I got a question for you.
Yeah, talk to me.
How you feel about Drew Phillips, his performance today?
Oh man, okay, so Drew Phillips, he had that goal route called on him by the rookie, Kevin Coleman Jr. Coleman Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And he was where he needed to be. And when it happened, I couldn't even, like, for a quick second, I couldn't even wrap my head around the fact that it was Drew Phillips. Because for me, Drew Phillips usually, like, plays the ball a little more aggressive than that. Like, especially when he's where he needs to be. Usually if Drew Phillips, like, if he doesn't, like, make the play, it's typically because he's just out of place. And so that was one thing. But in Drew Phillips fashion, I mean, he had a fumble on that same drive, and so I was able to forgive. Like, I was able to forgive because I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Yeah, so.
He scares me because, to me, I wanted to see him break. This season, I wanted to see him break the 15-yard liability. Like, to me, he's great. He's going to stop the run. He's going to get his nose in there. He's going to run stuff. But when it comes down to any passes that go past 10 to 15 yards, he starts to get grabby and we get the PIs. We get the PIs so consistently from him. So I'm like, I wanted to see us start to shed that particular, play style. Like, I don't want to see these penalties on him. So consistently, we're getting pass interferences called when he's in the game. And it's at vital, situations. And we see it again during preseason. Pass interference deep, on that route. So I think he played a really good game because I was pissed when he got the pass interference. But again, just like you said, then he got the forced fumble. And I was like, all right, I see you. That's the type of grit that we want to see this year, though. You know what I'm saying? You come back into the game, you made a mistake, you come back into the game and chin strap on, let's get back into it. I don't want to see no sulking, talking about, I made a mistake, woe is me. Boom. He got back out there, he got the forced fumble, he got us that ball back. So I got mixed feelings, but I'm still skeptical about his defense outside of 15 yards, man. Because if he can't guard deep, then we looking at, is it a good idea to have him, or should we have Ardarius playing the slot receivers starting on the defense?
I think Drew definitely has to stay in that slot. Like, I like Drew. I
mess with him too. But look, if we still making the same petty mistakes that we were making all season last year, we still doing the same things in preseason. Again, it's one call. It's not like it was 2 pass interferences the game or whatever. But it's the same thing from last year. As soon as he has to turn his back and run towards the end zone, he's grabbing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I will say, Drew Phillips, he has that physicality about him that is hard to replace. Yeah. And, sometimes we've seen it when it's been good for him, and we've seen it when it's hurt him. Yeah. I it's a tough one because, I just seen big plays made by him. And I just love what he also adds to the run game. Like, he fits this mold too, as just far as, like, he's one of the rare ones that we've had in the previous scheme and stuff that no matter what, he ain't scared to tackle shit. Like, he ain't scared to get in the mix of things. Real quick, my fault. I didn't mean to ignore anybody in the chat. I see KP. He's feeling himself right now, and I want to clarify what I'm trying to explain here. So KP is saying, y'all, Singletary's just like Tracy, lost the starting job kind of quickly. They are good backups. Let me see. Money Mike says, oh, now Najee and comp for RB2. What only one day can change. So let me make this clear. This has nothing to do with what Najee did. This is Tracy losing the job. Yes. Like, this is not even the fact that Najee is doing something to make Tracy take that step back. It's Tracy is handing the job to him.
Literally.
So
putting it on a silver platter.
He's giving it to him. So, like, if you take this game that we seen today, and you don't have the fumble, I still have the same stance that I had yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I still have the same exact stance. Because Tracy, when he had the ball in his hands, he looked good.
He was balling. That was the upsetting part about it, was he was having such a good game that when he fumbled the ball, you were just like, you were making the case that you needed to make to where we can get you out of this, this lull after you missed that block on Jackson, and then you boom put yourself right back in the dirt. You know what I mean? Because he was having a great game.
He was, and he was looking like he was trying to, make a statement. You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate.
After the fumble, you didn't really see it pick back up. You know, so it's tough to defend him right now.
Funk Child, $2 super chat. New York Giants, salute to you. I see y'all rushing the gun today. He says, "Do y'all think the bank was closed today?" All right, so I guess we gotta, Funk has tied our hands with this. I gotta move on to this. We just kind of touched on Andrew Phillips, so we'll touch on this. But I do want to get back to the receiver talk.
Yeah.
The banks was closed like a motherfucker today.
Yes.
I'm not gonna hold you. What I seen from Deonte Banks was number 25 rookie season Deonte Banks, who was having fun with the game and had a statement to make.
Yep.
This Deonte Banks, I'm a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
I like this Deonte Banks.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm interested because the first game I felt like he played good. But I said to myself, let me see it through, because I want to see a little consistency here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I gave him the training camp. I gave him the practice before training camp, the off-season practice, because his name was kind of buzzing then. And I said, okay, whatever. They saying Deonte Banks is doing good there. Then training camp came, and then they said, well, Deonte Banks is carrying on in that same theme of things, and he's actually having some reps with the ones. Yep. So now I'm a little interested now, because I'm like, all right, at this point, shit, even the pads is bought out. Okay. Then we see the preseason game, and I see it for myself, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is a good sign here.
Yep.
And then I see today, and today was like, oh, this boy, he back in that mode now. Like
I literally wrote in the notes. I said Banks looks brand new.
Brand new.
That's what I wrote down, because
brand new.
I didn't think it was gonna be like this, and I didn't think it was gonna be this quick, but I remember the interview that Denard Wilson did when he was talking about how him and Banks both went to Maryland. And I said, at that moment, Denard's gonna speak some life into Banks. Watch. And ever since he's been here, you've heard nothing but positive things.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the coaching was dog shit last year.
Of course.
We did not. We can't determine, because at the beginning of the season last year, when we would look at the way our defense was supposed to come out, we was hyped. We was ready.
Yeah.
Our defense was on paper last year was how we feel right now. We felt like this last year. We were like, yo, this defense about to be crazy. And then, of course, we had Shane Bowen. And you know what happened with that. Now we look at the defense. You can see exactly what we was thinking coming out on the field. We didn't have all our starters in there. We was locking shit down today. Again, it's Miami. Miami not the greatest team in the world. But they were shutting shit down today.
Come on.
They were shutting shit down today.
Like,
you can't get upset with the performance. And this is with the depth that we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that the depth can play like this. Again,
yes.
I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. It was Miami. I want to see it with another team. The consistency. I want to see that. But I liked the way Harbaugh called the game. I like the way the progression moved. The offense moved the ball down the field. We weren't 4 and out on a consistent basis. We were moving the ball. Like, everything looks good. But back to the question, Banks, that boy is balling, and I think we're gonna get a good season out of him.
A thing that really, man, that impressed me that I love to see from corners is them getting involved in a rushing game. That's kind of something I've been speaking to recently, because I think a lot of times people, don't consider that part. To see Banks make more initiative, man, on just being there to make tackles.
Yeah.
To me, that says it all, and that just shows that these last years, I mean, he was out of it. You could tell he was unmotivated, and just like a lot of players on his team, they weren't having fun with the game. But you can tell the difference. You can see that this year is different.
And they having fun.
We actually initially saw take the field first was Newsome and Adebo.
Yeah.
I think they took the field first, and I'm actually seeing what we have acted on. To me, Banks looked better than Adebo. Like, and it's not like Adebo was just absolutely garbage, but he just wasn't impressive. He damn sure didn't look like a CB1 out there.
Yeah.
And Banks just looked like he had a more fit to what we were doing out there. Yeah. Greg Newsome, he was out there being himself as far as being aggressive, being in these receivers' face. If you notice, these receivers really had no room. They had no room out there. As soon as there was a chance for them to catch the ball, there was somebody right there. If they would had a position to catch the ball. Mm-hmm. And the most space that I've seen in that first half was when it was Adebo, pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, hey, I'm not mad at it. I mean, right now Banks has the hot hand.
The coaches are seeing that as well. That's why in all the practices, Adebo's starting to run with the 2s and he's not running with the 1s anymore. Yeah. So it's apparent, and the things that we're seeing in practice are starting to show in real game time. So we're starting to see like the team is really starting to form, and we're starting to see like who's winning these position battles. And it looks like Banks definitely is back in the running for CB1, CB2. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting because I think it's going to be Newsome and Banks. The way they got it lined up right now and the way they're playing, I think it's going to be Newsome and Banks starting, and it's going to be like, Debo and Colton Hood coming out. So we're going to see. Both
of them are feisty, bro. Like Banks and Newsome, they both little scrappy dogs. Like they're not going to make it easy for you. And then also when you just think of over top, you mentioned his name a little earlier, but Ardarius Washington, Pennock, Nubin, like there was a thing on them flying to the ball today, man. Like it was just.
Nubin looked much better than I have seen in a while, man. Because I was happy. Like I wanted him to catch that interception. Like I need him to start pulling some of the interceptions down, man. Because he used to snatch interceptions in college, and I just don't see it on a consistent clip out here. And we was expecting a lot more turnovers from him when we drafted him. That was the whole point. So I want to see him grabbing like that. He should have had that. But regardless of the fact, him being in position and him getting in the way of that play, like Nubin looked good today. He was definitely breaking up a lot of stuff. He was in a lot of activity. So I like to see that. I think our secondary is not something that is going to be laughed at anymore. A lot of people used to say like, damn, we get to our games and we got to play people like the Cowboys where you got Pickens and, CeeDee Lamb coming out on both sides. Who's going to stick them? I think they're going to have a problem. CeeDee Lamb already can't get away from Drew Phillips. So now we put the rest of the corners that we got on the team. They're going to have a hard time. You know what I'm saying?
So actually – I used to have this battle in my head as to who I was more concerned about. Was it the secondary or was it the interior defensive line? And as of right now, the interior defensive line kind of like leads that race. Unfortunately, we ain't able to see our guys, like our starters, but that the depth that we speak of, like they still seem like the weakest part about this defense. Now, granted, a lot of things where we were able to kind of gloss over and put makeup over today because we were just better than them. But I would have liked to just see more of a dominant approach in the interior.
Yeah.
But
and Shelby Harris played, and it still didn't seem as if we got more of a push. You know what I mean? Like, I know DJ didn't play, but the fact that Shelby Harris did play and he got some snaps in there, and it didn't seem like it really changed from game one as far as like the interior defense. That was concerning, and I'm with you on that because I'm definitely about to bring that up. That's the main thing right now, and I'm hoping that the rotation that we can keep with Alexander, Reeder, and Harris will facilitate things, and I'm hoping that Denard can scheme it up to where it's not like a glaring hole right now. Because the main, my main thought behind the way the run defense is right now is that he's not installing his main defensive sets. He's trying things out to see how they're going to work for the regular season.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. It doesn't look great, but I also still think like preseason is still vanilla. Like I don't think Denard Wilson's putting his package out there. I don't think he's showing. He's not doing what Flores did game one.
Right.
Flores was out there on a mission.
That's the thing too.
To make sure that he showed his defensive prowess to make to try to show us.
Yeah, like we have to keep that in mind. We have to keep that in mind. Like you have to say to yourself, like, okay, at the end of the day, you can't take too much from this. You can see what you see, but you can't like try to make concrete decisions off of some of these things. Because just like with Shelby Harris in the game, well, you have to put in perspective. All right, what does the full unit look like though? Because we haven't seen that. What does we look like when all the Avengers mount up? Like that's what matters because that's what we're gonna get. So I kind of take that with a grain of salt, and it's kind of one of those things where I gotta patiently wait. But that's just something I'm keeping my eye out on to see what is what. Yeah. I do want to jump back to the offensive side of the ball here and talk about these receivers because I think this was a time where Malachi Fields wasn't kind of outshining the core to where, or likely wasn't outshining the core to where we get to see, other faces and see what they add and see what they can do. I'm going to do this super chat real quick and then we'll dive into that. Rev, shout out to Rev in the building. New York Giants salute with the $2 super chat. He says, Tracy is still too valuable to let go. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I don't think I'm anywhere near, letting him go. I think right now it's about snaps. It's about snaps. Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Now, he better hold on to that damn ball, though. I know that. Yeah. I know that. Hold on to that ball. But, yeah, receivers. Darius Slayton, to me, I always thought that Darius Slayton plays better playing the Robin role. I don't like him playing that number one wide receiver role. Yeah. I always felt like he could be a really good wide receiver too. And he's always that guy that is either hot or he's cold.
Yeah.
Today, like he said, we kind of spoke it into existence here. We seen the hot version of Darius Slayton. Like, if he wanted to, if we would have drawn up enough, like if this was a real game scenario, it was clear that these guys had trouble staying with Darius Slayton, and he could have very easily had a 100-yard game today. I think this was needed though. this was needed for him, and just for him to have this type of game, for him to kind of stand out the way he did. I think this was very much needed, and it makes it even more of a talking point because that he's not the only one. He's not the only one. Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin looked good in the slot as well. He looked like a quicker version of like a Wandell. Like there was one time he caught a quick pass, he made a move, and he slipped. And if that boy didn't slip, that could have been one of those plays. Yeah, he was gone.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he was out of
you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's just exciting to see, right?
He's quick.
Yeah.
I said that when they signed him because I remember when he torched us a few times. He torched us last year when he was on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He had that punt return.
Yeah, he did. No, he did.
So like I remember that as soon as we signed him, I was like, oh, that's homeboy that skirted on us last year.
Did that work? Yeah, that went crazy.
I remember that immediately. So I was kind of hype about that, and I thought, and I immediately started comparing him to Wandell when we signed him, and then it made it so much easier to let go of Wandell, him over there in Tennessee having fun with Mr. Ward.
For sure.
Shout
out to the Bird section who was in the building. He's sending 10 joules. Says hiding. The Bird section who is the Philadelphia Eagle content creators who y'all see me get into it with all the time. I'm gonna have them do an away game. I jumped into their live stream last night and it was 1 on like 7. It was like 1 on 7. It was like 7 Eagle fans, and I was in there, you know what I mean, trying to chop it up with them. But I'm gonna have to bring them over here, and we're gonna have to talk to these guys. I be seeing you on the
chat, bro. I be trying to hop in the chat and try to get in there. I be like, yo, TP in here by himself, bro. He be over there solo. That should be crazy. It'd be like 6 Cowboy fans and then TP's right there talking this shit. I'll be like, yes, let me get in the chat.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes we got to step into these spaces, man, to remind them, because they if you let them, they'll talk crazy, and you got to have a representative there. And the same thing for them. It's like the Eagles, they gonna have a representative for them in certain spaces. So that's just how it go. But yeah, shout out to the Bird section in the building. So again, Calvin Austin, I think he had himself, a day to where we was able to see something. But our guy, man, Odell. At this point, this is why you want Dart in the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. Like, Jameis Winston, serviceable. Like, Jameis Winston is Jameis Winston. Like, I'm not really speaking too much on Jameis Winston, but everybody outside of Jameis Winston, like, I can't stand to watch them at times because why he not getting the ball at certain points in times, I don't get it. Winston tried.
The volume definitely needs to be higher, but he should have caught that pass.
I gotta watch that again, bro, because I heard a commentator say that. And
I watched it. They played the
like it was high.
Back, and it's like it looked like an awkward jump, like an awkward the way he took off, but from the positions he's in and the opportunities that he has had, that opportunity was golden, and you can't give that one up. I will
say
I got the jersey. I almost put the jersey on before I hopped on, to be completely honest. I ain't even going front. But like that particular one, because I ran it back. I replayed it a few times. I had to hop back into the live, when I was watching the game and everything like that, because I was like, no way. no way,
okay.
not like this.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
like
I will say this though, because the way he reacted like he knew he should have called that.
yeah.
So now that I think about it,
It's tough
because I only seen it that one time.
Because you see him doing when you see it's unfortunate because he's made the name for himself to be that one hand catch guy. So when you see him get two hands on it, that bitch comes down 99% of the time. So for that type of catch, like that's some basic shit. That's a simple catch for Odell. And that's why, like, it's so. Oh, he should have caught that. It's not, it's just some average receiver just catching it. It's like, oh, that was an easy catch for him, and it was a drop. I don't think there's going to be everything.
You definitely want
your opportunities that you have are slim. You can't do that.
Yeah, you definitely want that moment right there. I mean, and especially when it's a chance to score before going into the half. Like that would have been big, especially for Odell. Like that's kind of the moment we've been waiting for. We all been on the edge of our seats waiting for that type of opportunity. And there's a part of it where it's just like
my laptop if he
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, he finally did it. You already know. It would have been mayhem.
But there's also the other side to it, right?
Yeah.
To where Odell still looked like, and I hope people understand what I'm saying when I say this. At points in the game, Odell was looking like a prime version of himself. Like when he caught that pass, made the dude miss, and almost took it up the field. I'm sorry. I'm sorry what y'all say. That's not a washed up version of Odell. That's not a Odell that people try to paint and act like he, don't got it anymore. No, that looked like a spark of like prime Odell type thing. And I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying at times that's what he looked like. I've seen him, beat guys that are younger than him or that are out there competing for a spot themselves. Yeah. I'm seeing him beat them down the field. Like that wash narrative is not even a thing in my head at this point. I would just like to see it all together where he's getting those opportunities, when he does, when he does have that step.
That's he looks, when you see him against other defenders, when you see, especially getting an opportunity to see him against like Miami defenders and things of that nature, when you're watching him, he is making anybody that's stepping in front of him look like they cannot defend him. So I have no doubt in my mind that Odell still has juice in the tank, gas in the tank. Like he can still do this. The downfall is that, like you said, he's not getting the opportunities with Jackson Dart. He's getting the opportunity with, Jameis Winston. And again, I'm not saying that Jameis Winston can't get him the ball, but they're different styles, right? We definitely not getting the ball from Allen. As soon as he got in the game, I'm like, all right, let's just watch this rushing game for the rest of the game because we're not moving this ball down the field with the passing game. Although he didn't have that bad of a game this time, he wasn't throwing picks and everything like that. But he's getting a small size, and the small amount of opportunities that he's getting, he's got to capitalize on them. And I think today that drop is detrimental.
Where is Jalen Hyatt? Where he at? Is he hurt? Like he like the only one I haven't seen on the field.
He got hurt at the end of the training camp, if I'm not mistaken. He was hurt at the end of the West Virginia training camps.
Okay, so he just still not back because
that was something I was wondering. Or no, I think it was before the first scrimmage he got hurt. Like the first practice back in New Jersey, he got hurt. and he was like working something out, but we never just saw him back on the field after that. Because he was having a good camp prior to.
Only because I really, I don't care that much, to be honest with you. But I have this setup in my head where I wanted Jalen Hyatt to play in the preseason, put him in third, fourth quarter. I want to draw up plays for him. I want him to look as good as he possibly can, and then put him on a trade and put him on the trade market and see if we could get, because I felt like, if you could get something for Falehi, then I damn sure believe you could get something for Jalen Hyatt if you advertise it the right way. Like if you set it up like that. Especially for them teams that need, that really want some receivers out there.
He would have made that a really tough sell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, listen. You advertise it the right way. Put a couple of preseason games together where it's looking nice, or just put a game together where he has big plays. And someone may say, "Hey, look, the Giants, they may not know how to utilize them, but bring them over here. We'll figure something out."
Hey, look, I hope. At this point, like you said, they was able to finesse, Falele. So who knows? Joe Shane might.
Yeah,
if Joe Shane can finesse that. Joe Shane can finesse that. I'll definitely write a letter for him and say, "Look, we need to keep Joe Shane."
I'm just saying. Hey, look, Ben Sauls went 2 for 2. His longest was a 37-yarder. He had 6 points on the board. And then Dominic Zavada, he went 2 for 2 as well. His longest was 43, and he had 8 points. I'll say this, man, as far as kicking is concerned, I think Zavada just looks like he's winning the competition, but they both are doing a good job at competing, and they both seem like kickers that I can have more confidence in than anybody we have had in recent time.
Yeah. As long as we don't have no young way cool.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. That's what, like, and you see what it looks like when these points just add up. Points are points, and you can't ignore that aspect of the game. And so I'm just right now, I'm loving the fact that we actually, seem to have ourselves a kicker, because I think that is going to be bigger than what we may talk about at times. So
Harbaugh is definitely gonna make sure that the special teams is tight. He's not gonna let us fall off with the the way we've been, because that's literally the reason we've been missing games is 3 points, 1 point, 3 point, and things like that. He's not gonna let that be a reason.
And you could see at times as well, like his mannerisms on the sideline, like if something happened on special teams or punt return or something, like you could see him just shake his head. You could see him get frustrated or whatever. You could see like a lot of the things that Coach Dable, you probably wouldn't have gotten any type of reaction from. John Harbaugh gets irritated off of. So I mean,
and it's the details. I love it because he's very, very meticulous. You can see it. Like it's little things that are like kind of irk him. But I love it because it's bleeding into the team, and you can see the attention to detail from everyone. And when you can see the attention to detail from the third and fourth strings, it's only up from when the regular season.
Only up.
It's only up. Yeah.
Come on. I will say overall, again, like I said in the beginning, what I loved the most, man, was just the energy. Like that stuck out more than anything, more than any player that you could try to analyze. The energy that this team played with. There was a point in the game where number 24 on the Dolphins, right? He thought he broke up a pass, and there were players on our sideline like chirping at him, and it was like, "No, sir!" Like, look, and turned around, and it was a flag, and they got him for holding. And then like a couple plays later, you know, they was chirping again, and you had our sideline. You could see they was having fun with it, and our sideline was chirping at them some more. It's just those things. It's the energy things that you could just see that you like, okay, we getting our swag back.
See, the Giants,
and that's what you could have confidence in.
Only a Giants fan is gonna notice that.
Yeah,
everybody else is just gonna look at the game and they're gonna be like, the Giants look the same. Doesn't look like they're gonna change.
Yeah.
Looks like they're ready for it, but we see the culture has already shifted. They've turned the corner a long time ago, but now we're watching it. We're watching it build. I love what we're watching. I love the energy that they have, and I cannot wait for this Dallas game because I think they're gonna walk into this game expecting the Giants from last year, and they about to get punched in the mouth. They don't know.
Dallas week is going. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep.
They don't know.
I ain't even gonna be able to sleep.
You put them starters in. Patrick Ricard coming, bro. I cannot wait. And I don't know if you've seen some of the videos, the way Caleb Downs looking back there. Kind of happy we made the decision we made because if Malik is healthy, about to put him in the mixer, boy. I'm telling you, this
if you hear a Dallas fan, they always say, thank you for giving us downs. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Like y'all clearly see it differently than what I do. Yeah. Okay. Like cool. I'll just, I'm at this point now where it's just like I'm just so ready for that game. I'm so ready to where it's like I'm ready for that I told you so moment. Because I really do believe, man, it's gonna go a lot differently than what a lot of people view it. One thing I feel like I can stamp and guarantee that win or loss, that game is gonna be so much more competitive than what people have an understanding of right now. Like if you expecting for the Giants to get blown out, you mistaken. You mistaken. This is not that type of time. This is not that type of time. So, listen, man. We had a good spot, man. One thing I could say, it is a good time to be a New York Giant fan. And listen, it's go time from here. It's go time. This was the perfect tune-up game that was needed in the offseason. Simple as that. But listen, if you are viewing this right now, please make sure that you do me this favor. You like the stream. Like it up, man. Also head over to Big Blue Reborn and subscribe to them gentlemen. This is New York Giant content that I cannot let you afford to miss. It is go time. What a time it is to be a New York Giant fan. Bro, I'm going to let you get your closing words. Man, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for, following up. And it's on you.
Once again, thank you for having me. We appreciate the opportunity. G-Men.
Yes, sir.
Salute. We got a great season coming forward. Harbaugh has brought a new standard to the Giants. And we're about to see the new era coming forward. Let's get it.
Fact. That's a fact. Y'all heard it. Shout out to Isaac in the chat. I see you. He says, do you think we hold 4 to 5 running backs on a 53? I think we hold 4 for sure. Blue Score says, team looking like a group of dedicated brothers. Yes, sir. I love it. H-Town in the building. Says, bird shit Seagulls got real problems over there getting manhandled by A-10. Shit, I think the game is on. I'm actually about to tune in and see what's going on there. Hey, thank you for tuning in again. Like it up. We're going to holler at y'all, and until we holler at y'all already know, Fee 5, 4 from New York Giants. Salute. Let's go. Peace.